are 5 things that the best traders do that you just don't. And I'm not talking about some secret indicator or a magic setup that's going to make you rich overnight. I'm talking about the behavior that separates the 1% who make money from the 99% of traders who burn through their accounts. I'm Evan Marks, and I spent 25 years on Wall Street. I've coached some of the best traders in the world, and here's what I know that you don't. The traders who win long-term aren't better technically. They're not even luckier. They just do 5 crucial things that have nothing to do with charts or technical analysis or fundamental analysis. And if you're not doing these 5 things, you're just leaving 5, 10, 15K on the table per week. And honestly, it could easily be more than that. But just before I show you these 5 things, if you don't believe your mental game affects your trades, then get off this video because it's not for you. Now, for the people that actually want a mental edge in trading, let's get into it. Tip number 1, treat trading as a performance sport. Here's the truth. Traders are performance athletes. And if you don't see it that way, you're already behind. The feedback loop in trading is intense. Think about it. The frequency and duration of wins and losses, the immediate hits on your nervous system. Where else in the world are you making thousands of decisions so quickly? Where else are you feeling every single emotion imaginable before 9:45 sometimes? And because of that intensity, your edge isn't only your technical skills, but instead it's your ability to manage your state and behave under uncertainty. Here's how I teach all the traders that I coach to do this. And if you learn to do this as well, you're putting yourself years ahead of your competition. You need to adopt the Olympian mindset. Because look, in the trading world, being fit and mentally sharp matters. And that starts with the belief system that the guys who win always have. Sleep well, eat right, stay in shape, and take the game seriously. You must be mentally sharp and physically fit. So here's what you do. Use quick physical state actions. Stand up, open your chest, get in air, lengthen your spine, and breathe. Shift your nervous system from sympathetic to parasympathetic. It takes a minute, but it has a massive impact on your decision making. Tip 2, use reset and recovery rituals. Here's what most traders think. A bad trade ruins the day. That's not true. What ruins the day is how we process the trade. The most elite and consistent traders don't let their mistakes spiral. Listen, under pressure, your emotional brain always fires first. You can't force clarity onto yourself in that moment. So you must change your physical state. I've covered this before, and what you want to use is a recovery ritual that I call reset after the hit. What you need to do is step away from the screen and label the emotion. Are you frustrated, angry, scared? Tell yourself exactly what it is. Literally verbalize it. Then ask yourself, what is the next best move? That's it. Because this creates closure and prevents emotional residue from affecting your next decision. What I need you to understand is that a strong performance day doesn't mean no mistakes. It means the mistakes don't spiral. Now, if you're listening to this and thinking, okay, I get what you're saying, but how do I actually build these habits and make them stick? That's exactly what we do in the M1 Mental Trading Academy. It's a 6-week intensive program where I coach you through building a strong mental foundation for trading. We'll cover intuition over impulsivity, aggressive patience, nervous system regulation, and everything else you need to get ahead. So if you're ready to do the internal work, click the link below and grab a spot. Spots are limited. And this is not a place to learn quick fixes. or surface level tactics. Now let's get back to the tips. Tip 3, focus on your evening routine. Tip number 2 was during the trade, but most traders disregard any form of routine after the trade. Most traders finish their day stressed. Your brain is still on and you're stuck replaying the trade you lost 25, 5, 6, 10,000, whatever number it is. You're thinking about what you should have done. And you go to bed without freeing up your mind. And then you wake up the next morning feeling less focused, less composed, and you're carrying yesterday into today. You're not starting fresh because you're starting behind every single day. Because here's the truth. How you end today shapes how you show up tomorrow. And without a pre-sleep reset, the stress and mental clutter don't get processed. Now look, the fix is this framework called the 20-minute evening reset, and it must be done consistently. It's a 5-step framework that elite performance like coach use to close out the day, bad or good, and prime themselves for the next one. And it works because it's designed around how your brain actually processes stress, memory, and emotion. Click the link below and grab it for free. Do it consistently, and you're already ahead of most traders. Moving on to tip 4 is to use a pre-trade mental checklist. Here's what happens. You put a trade on you believe in, and suddenly every positive headline jumps out at you, and you ignore all the negative information about it. So you end up with a one-sided view, which can lead to devastating mistakes. You might hold a loser too long. You might double down on a bad bet, convinced you're right and the market is wrong. But by the time you realize that you're down 3,500, 5, 10, 50, it could be a lot worse. So the fix to this is having a pre-trade mental checklist. Before you enter a trade, ask yourself, what is the strongest argument that I am wrong here? You need to play devil's advocate with yourself and force yourself to see and consider the other side. Then you ask, have I considered information from different sources? What would make me change my mind? These questions interrupt your biases because they force you to think before you react. And now every time you choose the uncomfortable truth over the comforting lie, you train your brain to work for you and you make smarter decisions. This one's a hard one to build, but if you want to win, you'll put in the work. Tip 5. Use a post-trade review journal, entry, whatever, however you want to write it. Imagine this, you close a trade and then you keep rechecking it. You're watching the price move and you're thinking, what could I have made? That's pouring salt into the wound and it's keeping you stuck. Listen, regret is normal. We all feel it, but the goal is to acknowledge it without letting it derail you. But on the other hand, don't try to avoid it at all costs, because that just pushes you into an avoidance or badly advised bets just to avoid the feeling. So here's what you do. Use a post-trade review. Write down what happened, why it was a mistake, and then how will I do it differently and get better next time? Then close the book and treat that entry as the container for regret. Don't feed the what if monster. Once it's recorded, shift your attention to the next opportunity, because that's where your power is, the present, the next play. So there you have it. 5 things insanely consistent traders do that you don't until now. But if I've got to be honest, the video really only scratches the surface as to how you can level up your mental game and become one of the best. So if you're serious about becoming consistent and profitable as a trader, and you want to master the mental game, I'm giving you the opportunity to learn directly from me through the M1 Mental Trading Academy. This isn't just generic advice that changes jack shit. This is real, science-backed, proven techniques that I've used throughout my 25 years on Wall Street. It has helped hundreds of elite traders get consistent results.
I've been working with Evan Marks for the last 10 months, and he has been a total game changer for our business.
I've been working with Evan for nearly a year now, and I would recommend M1 Performance for anyone who is trying to take their game from good to excellent.
Because of Evan, I am 10x further than I would be without him. Evan is a must.
And if you're ready for something real, click the link below and grab your spot. Because here's the truth. The traders who commit to this, they're the ones sitting at the table making money, while everyone else's mental game is still holding them back. Click the link, book the call. Let's do this together.